The first letter arrived on a warm July afternoon. It was handwritten, neat, deliberate, like someone who wanted every word to bleed. It began with a taunt. "This is the Zodiac speaking." At first, the newspapers thought it was a sick prank. But then the second letter came, and the third, and soon after, the bodies. I wasn't a detective. I was a cartoonist. My job was to make people smile with little inked characters in the corner of the newspaper. But the moment I saw that letter on the editor's desk, something shifted inside me. The letters weren't just words. They were puzzles, and puzzles are meant to be solved. The Zodiac didn't just kill, he performed. Each murder was carefully staged. He wanted to be seen, to be feared, to make the city dance on strings he held between bloody fingers. He sent codes, messages written in cryptograms, taunting the police to catch him if they could. And night after night, I found myself falling deeper into his game. San Francisco began to rot from the inside. The city that once glittered at night now shivered after sunset. People stopped going out. Restaurants emptied early. Doors locked before the streetlights came on. Everyone was looking over their shoulders. Everyone wondered, who is he? The Zodiac didn't strike in patterns. That was the worst part. Couples at lakes, people in cars, late-night neighborhoods. No one was safe. The killings were quick, brutal, and random. And after every crime, another letter arrived, always beginning the same way. "This is the Zodiac speaking." The police worked around the clock, chasing shadows. No face, no fingerprints, no mistakes. The killer moved like smoke, invisible but suffocating. The letters became more elaborate. He didn't just want to kill, he wanted an audience. He fed on fear like oxygen. I started collecting everything. Articles, police reports, photocopies of letters, maps with red pins marking each crime scene. My walls became a web. Strings connected places, dates, patterns that weren't really there. I wasn't sleeping. I was becoming obsessed. Then one night I followed a lead. A name, a house on a quiet street where the wind barely moved. I shouldn't have gone alone. The house smelled of old paper and something metallic beneath, like dried blood. The man I spoke to smiled too calmly. His eyes never blinked. There was music playing faintly from the basement, the same tune Zodiac once mentioned in a letter. And then I saw it. Stacks of old film reels, boxes of yellowed envelopes, and a piece of paper with familiar handwriting. My pulse thundered in my ears. I knew. But then, the lights flickered, and everything went dark. The next morning I was back at my desk. No bruises, no proof, only doubt. Maybe I was wrong. Maybe he was just another name on a list. But the fear never left. The Zodiac was still out there, smiling somewhere, watching someone, writing another letter. Years passed. The letters slowed down. The murders faded into whispers. But the case never truly died. Every time I closed my eyes, I saw the cryptic symbols, the taunting messages, the shadow standing too close. Because that's the thing about monsters like him. They don't need to finish the story to win. They just need to leave the last page blank.